What's up, G.I. Joe fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we got another cool one from our G.I. Joe collection area of the museum. All the way from 1999. We bring you the G.I. Joe Ww2 E.T.O military policeman. A fantastic G.I. Joe. A much anticipated G.I. Joe from that time era, period. I was eagerly waiting on this particular G.I. Joe to come out. I have seen prototypes of this figure through our G.I. Joe Collectors Club magazine, and I was eagerly anticipating this beautiful figure. Let's bring this guy down. This G.I. Joe is a part of the Delta assortment. Just a beautiful figure. Layered up. He came very layered up. Lots of articles of clothing. Beautiful boots. And the cool thing about this was a talking G.I. Joe. You press his back or lift up his arm and he would say 11 different phrases and sounds. Try me. Well, sadly we can't because his batteries died shortly after I purchased him. I'd say about maybe 3 or 4 months into having this figure, his batteries died. I tested it the day I bought him. I purchased this G.I. Joe back in 1999 from Toys R Us. And tried his pressed his back, the back of the box, and he said a lot of, all those phrases, which was really cool. But I'd say about 2 or 3 months later, the batteries got really weak and stopped working. And you get that, guys, with the battery operated things. Now it's crazy because I have G.I. Joes from the early 90s, as far as like 91, 92, with battery operated weapons and could talk and stuff. And believe it or not, they still work. So it just really depends on the battery, I guess. But it wasn't a major, me being a M.I.B. collector, that wasn't a huge deal for me if the batteries stop working. Because let's be honest, guys, at some point in time, that comes with the territory. The batteries will stop working, and the only way you can replace them, you have to tear this box open to take him out, take articles of clothing off of him to get to the battery pack area and change out the batteries. Well, we knew that wasn't going to happen. That just wasn't going to happen here at the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. So here, our beautiful Ww2 E.T.O military policeman stands here, alert, on guard, on display for your viewing pleasure. Sadly, he won't be talking to you. Guys, what do you think about our G.I. Joe military police officer? Do you have this guy? Are you looking for this guy? Once again, this is a fairly easy G.I. Joe to track down. Now with the power of the internet at our disposal and right at our fingertips, there's not too much that you can't get. It really boils down to what you're willing to pay for and how much you're willing to pay for these beautiful figures. There's this MP patch. He's got another patch there on the side of the jacket. The MP logo there on the top. Beautiful rifle. There's his belt with his pouches there. No rubber bands, which was really cool. And look how he's basically saying halt, who goes there, for the most part. I know that was one of the sound phrases I think he said. So look at the work and detail they put into the back of this box, the artwork. This is why I can never bring myself to destroy this beautiful box. So you can find this guy, I would always say, Cotswold Collectibles. I've seen him numerous of times on Cotswold Collectibles website. You can just punch up Cotswold Collectibles, do a Google search of Cotswold Collectibles toys, and they'll pop right up and you can shop. The next place I would say will be eBay. eBay's very good. Get a seller that will give you fantastic descriptions of what you're looking to buy, to purchase. Make sure that seller has more than 2 pictures, photos of the item you're trying to purchase. And that's the way I do it. I only purchase items from eBay sellers that have more than 5 pictures, because of the fact that I want every angle of the box, because I'm collecting the box as much as I'm collecting the figure, guys. And I'm a museum owner, a curator, so these things matter to me. If you just want the figure, you can find this guy loose. You can find this guy in a very badly damaged box, not like unlike our C10 museum example. It's a beautiful box here, but I'm sure you can find a beat up box and get a better price if you just want the figure. But teach his own, guys. If you're just joining us, welcome to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. We're just hanging out here in our museum. I'm a little bit bored, so I said let's come down, and my boredom equals fun for you guys, because that means I'm going to do some videos. Somebody, I know you guys are probably saying, how on earth can you be surrounded by thousands and thousands and thousands of beautiful action figures and be bored at the same time? Guys, it's possible. It's possible. But this is fun for me to come down and this is how I handle my boredom. Doing videos. Hanging out with you guys. Let's turn this box around. Well, first, let's go up top. Here's his equipment list. Not a big equipment list. He doesn't have that much really at all, but enough. You know, his selling point, sadly, and the same thing that I can't show you, was the fact that he could talk. You know, he could say 11 different phrases if you lifted his arm or pressed the button on the back of his back. So we're going to turn him around so I can show you what I'm talking about here. I'm going to have to hold this because it's not very balanced, so let's hold it up here. Just a beautiful box here. There, halt, who goes there? You can pause your video if you want to read that in its entirety. Here's all the things and here's right here is where you can push the button. And this is what he'll say, all the phrases. Artwork, once again, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. It includes 3 A76 button cell batteries. That's what I would need if I were to replace the batteries. Let's get you a year. Here it is, Hasbro, 1999. And here's another picture. Shows you, it gives you some instructions on how to help him talk as well by raising his arm. Manually raise or lower arm, to hear phrases. So you could push the button or you could raise his arm, and it had a clicking sound, and he would repeat the phrases. Guys, what do you think of our World War II G.I. Joe military police officer? Do you have this guy? Are you looking for this guy? What do you think about this guy? I think it's a beautiful figure. Definitely worth adding to your collection. As you can see, our military G.I. Joe police is factory sealed. Beautifully done. Guys, stay tuned. We have more fun on the way, more videos. We got a big week planned for you guys coming up. Got some more surprises. We still stay tuned. We still got some big announcements to make. So we have all those goodies coming for you guys within the next week or so. So stay tuned. You know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.